Have you ever wondered what it would be like if planets could think? If they had minds of their own? Welcome to the world of cosmic consciousness, a concept that sounds straight out of a science fiction novel. Yet it's something that has sparked curiosity and wonder in many of us. This isn't just about attributing human characteristics to celestial bodies, but it's a deeper exploration of the very nature of consciousness and intelligence. We're familiar with the concept of intelligence as we experience it on Earth, but cosmic consciousness challenges this understanding, inviting us to think beyond, to consider the possibility of a different kind of intelligence, an intelligence that might not be bound by a biological brain or body. As we delve into this fascinating idea, we invite you to keep an open mind, to question the norms, to challenge the known. Imagine a universe where planets are sentient beings, each with their own thoughts, emotions, and desires. In the realm of science fiction, the concept of planets with minds isn't new. Many authors have toyed with this idea, crafting narratives that push the boundaries of our understanding of consciousness and our place in the universe. Take, for instance, the living planet trope, where celestial bodies aren't just inert masses of rock and gas, but living, thinking entities. In Stanislaw Lem's Solaris, the planet Solaris is a vast oceanic superorganism with the ability to manipulate matter and create intricate, lifelike illusions. The planet isn't just a backdrop for the story, but a character in its own right, its inscrutable mind casting a long shadow over the narrative. Another example is the sentient planet Gaia, from Isaac Asimov's Foundation series. Gaia is a single, planet-wide collective consciousness where every organism, from the smallest microbe to the largest animal, shares in a unified, harmonious existence. Through Gaia, Asimov explores the theme of environmental responsibility, suggesting that if we saw our planet as a living, conscious entity, we might be more inclined to protect and sustain it. Then there's James Tiptree Jr.'s A Momentary Taste of Being, where a distant star is revealed to be a cosmic entity that reproduces by seeding intelligent life on other planets. This entity's life cycle challenges our preconceptions about the nature of life and consciousness and the interconnectedness of all beings. And let's not forget Ian M. Banks' Orbitals in the Culture series, artificial worlds with minds of their own, tasked with maintaining the perfect living conditions for their inhabitants. These orbitals are more than just habitats. They're caretakers, responsible for the well-being of millions of lives. These stories and others like them invite us to ponder the nature of consciousness, the symbiotic relationship between a planet and its inhabitants, and our role as stewards of our own world. They encourage us to see the universe not as a collection of lifeless rocks and empty space, but as a vibrant, interconnected web of life. These imaginative tales ask us to consider our relationship with the cosmos in a new light. But could there be a scientific basis for the idea of planets with minds? This question may sound like the stuff of science fiction, but it's one that some scientists and philosophers have seriously considered. Let's delve into the theories and scientific concepts that could potentially support this idea of planetary consciousness. First, let's consider the Gaia hypothesis. This theory, proposed by scientist James Lovelock, suggests that our planet, Earth, functions as a single, self-regulating system, with its myriad life forms and geological processes all interconnected. The Gaia hypothesis doesn't suggest that Earth is conscious per se, but it does posit that the planet behaves in ways that are similar to a living organism. Now, if we take the Gaia hypothesis and combine it with the concept of emergent properties in complex systems, things start to get really interesting. Emergent properties are characteristics that arise in a system that are not present in any of its individual components. A classic example is the wetness of water. Neither hydrogen nor oxygen, the two elements that make up water, are wet on their own. Wetness is an emergent property that arises when these two elements combine in a particular way. So, could consciousness be an emergent property of a planet-sized system of interconnected life and geological processes? Could a planet, in some sense, have a mind of its own? From a purely scientific standpoint, we don't have a definitive answer yet. Consciousness is still a deeply mysterious phenomenon, and we're only beginning to scratch the surface of understanding it. However, the idea of planetary consciousness is not entirely without precedent in the scientific world. Some researchers in the field of artificial intelligence have suggested that, given enough complexity and interconnectivity, a computer network could potentially exhibit emergent properties, including consciousness. If this is possible for a man-made system, why not for a natural one, like a planet? While this remains purely speculative, it's a fascinating concept that stretches the boundaries of our understanding of consciousness and intelligence. This notion of planetary consciousness invites us to consider the universe in a radically new light and to ponder the truly mind-boggling possibilities that lie within the cosmos. So, what if planets really did have minds of their own? What would that mean for us? This thought experiment opens us up to a plethora of possibilities. It's like stepping through a cosmic door and discovering a universe where planets are more than just cold, lifeless bodies. They're conscious entities with thoughts, emotions, and desires of their own. Imagine for a moment that our Earth is conscious. It's been watching us, feeling our every action. It's aware of the deforestation, pollution, and climate change we're causing. Suddenly, our ethical obligation to protect our planet takes on a whole new dimension. It's no longer just about preserving our home for future generations, but about respecting an entity that can feel and respond to our actions. What about space exploration? If Mars or Venus are conscious, what does it mean when we send rovers to their surfaces? Are we intruders, violating their personal space? Or are we guests, welcomed to learn and explore? Our perspective shifts from conquering to understanding, from exploitation to cooperation. And what about our place in the universe? If we're sharing this cosmic stage with conscious planets, we're no longer the solo act. We're part of a grand, interconnected cosmic network. We're not just inhabitants of Earth, but citizens of the universe, sharing our existence with conscious celestial bodies. The concept of cosmic consciousness forces us to reevaluate our relationship with the universe. It's a shift from a human-centric perspective to a cosmos-centric one. It invites us to rethink our actions, our responsibilities, and our place in the grand scheme of things. This is the power of cosmic consciousness. It's not just a fascinating concept for a sci-fi novel, it's a mind-bending perspective that challenges our understanding of the universe and our role within it. The idea of cosmic consciousness invites us to see ourselves not as separate from the universe, but as an integral part of it. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, you're not just looking at stars and planets, you're looking at potential minds, potential lives. And that's a thought as vast as the universe itself.